Okay, working with the French, the Melissa Lamson's article on the three cultural traits that you don't want to forget at work, or three different cultural traits, or differences, three different cultural differences that you just don't want to neglect at work. The second one is about time controlled versus time uncontrolled. The French are more time uncontrolled. This can be very because they're very relational. They're very different from the Germans and Americans. Okay, the Germans are most extreme. You got to be there, before the hour, right? Americans, you want to be there, but the French, you can come to a dinner engagement, kind of a invitation for dinner, and you get about 15 minutes. There's a kind of a 15 minutes accepted kind of. It's pretty cultural, except to kind of arrive up to 15 minutes late. That's just accepted. And it's okay because you're just buying flowers, right? Flowers are a gift, or you were buying some, something, a dessert, or flowers. It just or a wine bottle. It's just common. So it's usually that time to get that extra thing, right? Stopping by somewhere to get that. But it's acceptable to be late, and even in meetings, so you can show up late in the meeting. It's okay. This is, and you'll see this actually in French, even in French Francophone Africa, and Francophone the overseas departments in the West Indies, in the Indian Ocean. You will see this overall kind of you're able to kind of not be on time, or the time control. There isn't a time control. There's not a time constraint. You should be there in time, but if you're not, it's not really bad. Whereas the Germans like this is just bad. So, um, and the French won't shame you at all. This want to know, hey, were you talking to somebody in the coffee in the corner? Hey, did you get that thing figured out? Because it's a lot of relational things actually happen in the hallway, right, or in the coffee corner. So a lot of things are accepted and it's known. So there's a lot of that, and spending time talking is more important for the people, and actually the whole drinking thing too. It's all about talking. Okay, the French don't drink to drink; they drink to talk and to have some food to eat with it, right? Uh, and eating food is about talking together, right? So all these things are related. So it's okay to be late, because there's an assumption that 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 you're kind of doing other things that are helping as well, right? Um, and and usually meetings don't start in time. Uh, in all kinds of meetings, annual business meetings of all kinds. Um, and even people come late to even job meetings at job. It kind of depends. And you just don't shame people. You just don't do it. Um, uh, and so you meetings usually don't start on time. And if they do start on time, it's usually because there's a German or an Anglo-Saxon involved in this thing. Keep the thing starting on time, right? It's usually always those other folks that are there trying to get the thing to start on time. I've seen this ever in so many places. Music conservatories and meetings and boards and all kinds of different associations. It's pretty common. Um, and it's okay. It all works out, right? So the time control thing is actually something I forgot in my article working with the French. That someone highlights it because I didn't have enough space. I did want to mention it, but it was in the draft version. But I had to take it out because I had to try to kind of choose what I wanted to take out, right? Because I didn't have enough space to discuss more. So I'm kind of glad that Melissa Lamson brought this up and her three cultural traits. That kind of, because it just fits. It's a really good topic. So for the French, we've kind of talked about that one, huh? The time thing. And you just want to keep this in mind when you're doing business and stuff, because it's important to not try to be put put too much effort on the punctual thing because it's accepted. Um, don't shame the French, especially if they bought you a gift. If they brought some flowers or a chocolate dessert, do not shame them because they're being relational. Don't. Be okay. Just saying that. Yeah, yeah. You wanna be careful with that. So because they may have did it just to get you something. So and the relationship thing is really important. So very very important, and that fits into the time factor. Taking time to talk, taking time to communicate, taking time to be relational. It's a pretty important thing for the French. A lot less for the Anglo-Saxons, and way less for the Germans. so, so, and we'll talk about that once too. But it's this is kind of an important thing on the time uncontrol. Okay, there are exceptions. I'm saying there are exceptions, but kind of the general rule is the other one.